What's up, everybody? I am here at Laguna Beach, and I promised you we would be at the beach, and here we are. So far, unfortunately, I've only seen one bird, and that's this willet right over here. So pretty incredible to see him, though. Beautiful scenes behind me. The tide is dropping, but it is pretty high. So a lot of these rocks where I was expecting to find birds are covered in water. So we're gonna walk along here, see if there's any birds. If not, we'll head over to the next beach. Might be more bird life over there, I'm not sure. And see what other birds we can find today. Just had two incredible flybys. We had a black oyster catcher that caught the golden sun flyby. Probably my best flying shot video of a bird ever. Absolutely incredible. That bright orange beak, black body, little orangish eye. And then caught on camera right after that was a double-crested cormorant going the opposite direction. So two incredible birds flying by. Not a lot on the beach, but there's stuff in action all around us. So we're gonna continue walking, see what other birds we can find today. Just got an awesome shot of a double-crested cormorant with some western gulls out on a rock. And that rock's actually officially called Bird Rock. So that's pretty cool. The tide is high, so usually that rock is much, much bigger than it actually is right now. But at the moment, it's just a tiny little rock out in the distance with a few birds on it. So again, these beaches aren't very big compared to like Crystal Cove, for example, or La Jolla. So not a lot of action going on, but I'm gonna head back up to the top and walk along the top until I see something and then try to drop down and film those birds. Found the black oyster catcher just a little bit further down, actually. I came around the corner, landed on the rock over here. Absolutely incredible bird. Super happy to get that just sitting there on this rock. Got some photos too, so I'll edit those up and put those over on Instagram as always. But today's been awesome. The fact that we're at the beach in the morning just feels really, really good to be out here. Of course, we're gonna continue birding. We have a lot of stops away from the beach, and I'm gonna continue walking down the beach. So stay tuned, there's a lot of birds to be seen. Turns out that there's also a whimbrel here. I almost missed it, but when I was walking up the stairs, I ended up glimpsing it on the rocks. Very camouflaged in. Really cool bird with that long beak. Not as long as a long-billed curlew, but still pretty cool. Plus, we don't really get whimbrels in Utah. They visit maybe once a year. Long-billed curlews show up almost all the time. So pretty amazing to see this whimbrel out on the rock as well. This was a treasure trove out here in this little cove. So we're gonna continue walking and see what other birds we can find today. Picked up a really, really cool mammal species, a dolphin. I'll put what species it is up on screen. Every time I come to California and to the beach for the last, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times, I've seen dolphins at the beach. So I'm either getting really lucky or they're just here all the time. So really cool to see that dolphin swimming past in the water. And then also I was tracking a brown pelican through the air and went and landed on this island that I just realized is actually Bird Island. The one that I had the camera on earlier is a really tiny rock, not Bird Island. Bird Island's over there with all the cormorants as well as the brown pelicans and some gulls. So I don't know, pretty cool to see that dolphin, and even cooler to get it on camera. Let me know in the comments below, have you ever seen a dolphin in the wild? I was scanning Bird Island with my camera and I ended up picking up some royal terns out here. I just got that lifer when I was in San Diego back in December. So there's a big group of royal terns. There's also a black oyster catcher out on the rock as well with some of those terns. And then lastly, there's a Heermann's gull out there, one of my favorite gull species in North America. So Heermann's gull on the list to go along with all of those royal terns. Absolutely incredible. just picked up one of California's introduced species, the Swinhoe's wide-eye. Wasn't really expecting it today. It kind of just shows up randomly, but this is exactly where you'd find them, on the beach. Honestly, they've kind of taken over. So really beautiful bird though. They have a white eye ring and they're a little bit yellowish. So happy to pick up that bird, especially with the new camera. Didn't get super close to it, but still really good shots, and it's gonna be picking up a variety of species this morning. We still have a ways back to walk, so I'm sure we'll find some more birds along the way. And I think we have one more stop if this video is not long enough, so we'll see where we're at. All right, so it turns out that the dolphins are bottlenose dolphins, most likely. And I think they are. I saw them come out of the water all the way. Ended up getting more shots, so an entire pod, is that what they're called, of dolphins out there in the water. So those were absolutely incredible to see. That's gonna do it for the beach in this episode. Stick around though, because we have one more stop that we're gonna hit on the way out of here. So stay tuned, more birds coming your way. All right, so we're at Crystal Cove State Park. It's this guy's birthday today. So everybody say happy birthday to Leela in the comments.
Yay.
We're gonna see what birds we can find today. So far we have seen yellow rumped warbler, but there's so much more to find. So let's keep going. Made it to the beach, and we've seen quite a few cool species. Probably my favorite is the willet. We got really good short looks, up close looks I should say, of the willet. And then also picked up our first of this trip, marbled godwit, on the list to add today. So pretty cool shorebirds to add to our list. And then my favorite gull species on the coast over here, the Heermann's gull, some juveniles. They are kind of all this volcano ashy black looking color. Really cool looking birds. So got some not super close looks of one again, but way closer than we previously had them at Laguna. Gonna continue walking along this beach, see what other birds we find along the way, and I'll keep you updated. Just behind me over here was a whole bunch of brown pelicans. Now, obviously on the coast, brown pelicans are a lot more numerous than American white pelicans in certain spots. And American white pelicans are the ones that are likely to go inland. So I only see American white pelicans in the city of Utah. It's really cool to come out here and see all these brown pelicans flying around as well. That's gonna do it for this journey. Let me know in the comments below what was your favorite bird from this video. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope to see you all next time on Bright-Eyed Birding.